for and what to do when you think you found it. This course is designed for non-experts. No one expects you to deal with these issues. The course simply provides an insight and understanding that we hope motivates you to think about these children and prompts you to seek advice and make a report when appropriate. The following mnemonic is designed as a simple aid to help you recollect some of the key indicators. In any case of child abuse, time is critical, and moving a case forward at the right speed can be crucial. So the first half of the mnemonic is miles per hour. A child suspected of being trafficked is a child in real danger, so the second half of the mnemonic is red.
Now that Diana has explained the rationale behind the mnemonic miles per hour red, let's look at each of the indicators in greater detail. M for movement. Are there indicators that they entered the country illegally, that they work in various locations? Do they have a history of missing links or unexplained moves? Are they registered at multiple or hot addresses where there's been suspect criminal activity? And do they claim to be here on holiday or visiting friends in the area? P. Presentation and behaviour. Does the child appear younger than the age stated? Have they been in the UK for some time, but they're not enrolled in education? And whilst they've been here a while, they still don't speak any English. They may also claim to have been here, but they're not familiar with the local area or culture. And perhaps they exhibit maturity not expected for their age. Does the child appear or present as if fearful or uncomfortable in the presence of their adult carer or employer? Do they appear coached or to be acting under the instructions of another? Or are there indications that they're withdrawn, that they're afraid to talk to people in authority, that they're suffering from excessive fears and anxieties? Are they unable or reluctant to provide details of their address, medical history, the cause of an injury, or relationships in their household? Or do they have few items of clothing? Or are they wearing clothing that's indicative of the sex industry? Or are there indications of trauma? Do they allow others to speak for them when addressed directly? H for health. Are there indications of neglect or abuse? Untreated injury or medical condition? For example, sexually transmitted disease or unplanned pregnancy. Perhaps they're not registered with a GP, use different doctors, or in fact simply use the accident emergency unit time and time again. Is there evidence of substance misuse or physical indications of work? Do they have tattoos or other marks indicating ownership? R for relationships. Is the carer not an immediate family member or legal guardian? And do they insist on staying with the child at all times? Have you formed a suspicion that the relationship between the adult and child is not what it's claimed to be? Are there a number of unrelated children in the household? And is this child treated differently? Are there documents that may be false, altered, or fraudulently obtained? And in the case of a girl, is there a significantly older boyfriend, or is she involved in an underage marriage? E for exploitation. Does the child claim to have been exploited, or to owe money for travel costs and to be tied in debt bondage? Perhaps the child has been located in a place of exploitation or a location likely to be used for exploiting people. Or the child's involved in criminality, highlighting adult involvement or a network of people, forcing them to beg or to become involved in pickpocketing. Or are there indications of sexual exploitation, sexually transmitted diseases, perhaps an unplanned pregnancy, or the child is using adult sexualized language and they rarely smile? And are there indications of labour exploitation? Physical indications of work, tiredness, manual labour, backaches, calloused hands, skin irritations, headaches and respiratory problems? Or domestic servitude, where they're performing excessive housework or chores, their freedom's restricted and they're working excessively long hours? D. Do's and don'ts. Don't probe or try to investigate. Get advice and seek help. Remember, if you do not have statutory authority, do not try and intervene, detain a child or accompanying adult. Seek help. Do think about indicators. If you become suspicious, think about where you are and what you've seen. If your role provides no power to intervene, note descriptions, vehicle registration numbers, the place, the date and the time, and look around to see if there's any CCTV coverage. Do seek immediate advice from your supervisor, or if appropriate, from the Child Trafficking Advice Line or the police. Report concerns immediately. Use your own agency's protocol if it has one, or if not, report to the local police. Remember, trafficked children are at high risk of disappearing and going missing, so you need to act quickly. Note information, seek advice, and when appropriate, report. Remember, trafficked children are unlikely to disclose. So if your job brings you into frequent contact with young people, check the Missing Children's website every now and again at uk.missingkids.com. The short mnemonic, miles per hour read, is designed to help you remember a number of the key indicators. Don't worry if you can't remember them all, but concentrate on getting the few key indicators you think most relevant to your particular area of work.